it comes your way next on Madden Football.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
It's caught here by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams over for the Raider first. Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening. Run the ball once, all that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense, and in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but this opening drive, while stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Steps away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. First carry now for David Montgomery, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bears at 8-4 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job. They're extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fields now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and very short, Carr. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A Raider first down, 17 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 3-0 after one on EA's. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. Touchdown Raiders. Hunter Renfro, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Fields it right around the goal line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the move to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out Out comes Davante Adams of the offense for their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr going to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Stephen Carter, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Velus Jones now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On play action, Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
To throw is Fields.
And the Raiders have got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. Stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at the 20. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Carr being chased out left.
And this one too low.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on to punt for Vegas. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears now ready to take over again as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. The Bears 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, the open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete. That one doesn't find it. He's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they get together for a little extra time this week to try and improve their passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So the defense are able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Out to his left.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the P. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Here's Carr. Just swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, it's Fields. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets through. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. There's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
46-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Carr. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Pascal's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zach Pascal, 29 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Carr will look to throw. Flush to his right, and it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So now Fields and the Bears down by 5. A little under 2.5 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The 37-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. Back to throw. Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Claypool with another catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. First down now, but that clock rolling. Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Bears are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. All eyes on Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here's Fields. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad trouble.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. One final try now for Carr. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.